Much better. Listen, I appreciate. That's why I had to turn the chat on. I didn't see the chat right away, so good thing I didn't really get to too much. Basically, what I was trying to get to was welcome to the show. Let me get my energy back. Welcome to the show. Can we have the sound? Is the sound on? Are we good? We good now? Are we good? Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Let me get my energy back up. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my energy back up. Let's get it. All right, listen, we got the Bucs. The Bucs are coming up, and this is a absolute grand opportunity for these Bills to reset and recommit. Yes, I said it. Recommit. What do you mean, Rico? Recommit to what? They've been trying. Well, sometimes that's why these guys come with the cliche one game at a time, right? 1-0, right? It's resetting and recommitting, but this is a bigger recommitment, right? We need to recommit to putting points on the board sooner because we cannot trust this defense. I don't care what the numbers tell me. My eyes tell me this defense cannot be trusted. They're too inconsistent. I trust more of the offense to get their ish together because historically they've been great with Josh Allen. So I don't see this lasting long. So that's why I'm excited for these guys to reset and recommit. So how do we reset and recommit? We recommit by scoring points and allowing the defense not to feel the pressures of having to make that crucial stop. Now we can pin our ears back or stay in a certain set. And that way we can force Baker Mayfield into some silliness. And then we could turn this into a starting point of recommitting ourselves to excellence. Because let's keep it real, man. We have not been playing Buffalo Bills football. I feel like we are all out of sorts. We are absolutely all out of sorts. And it's crazy because even analysts are looking at this kind of like, yo, what is up? I don't get it. Is it Josh Allen's issue? Is it his fault? Is he whack now? Has he regressed? Because that's the word I keep seeing, right? I'm trying to reset and recommit. And the word regress did not come into my vocabulary. I don't feel that he's regressed. I think it's just a matter of him settling down and understanding that once you've become an MVP, it's not easy to do it again. And I feel like Josh is trying to be perfect. He's trying to be, turnover free, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when he's been trying to do those things, it's just gotten worse. And he's been actually doing it to do by trying too hard, in my opinion. So this is where not only does the offense have to recommit, but like everybody has to put a commitment in this. And that is a recommitment to your route running, a recommitment into putting the energy into this thing. Fellas, we got to get it together. Like, I feel like I'm the one giving the pep talk that the pep talk should be done by said players on the team. You know what I mean? But that's just me. That's the way I look at it. But that's where I'm getting into. Now I'll get into the breakdown of what is to be expected by these Tampa Bay Bucs, as well as the Buffalo Bills and what we should expect. Now, we had an opportunity. I can't say we. The Bills had an opportunity to sit back and watch two AFC East teams go at it. Two AFC East teams go at it. One of them being one of the hottest teams in the NFL, the New England Patriots. I'll get into them in just a little bit. But the Jets had an opportunity to, shock the Patriots, right? And really flip this whole AFC East and AFC upside down by giving the Patriots a loss. But man, Justin Fields he's frustrating, bro. Justin Fields is frustrating. If you're a Jets content creator, you're a Jets fan, bro, as athletic as this guy is, and as committed to this team that I believe he truly believes he is, it's just not it. He's not it. And when he fumbled that football at the end and tried to pick it up and make a play, and I say this very loosely, make a play out of nothing and then not even pick up the football actually, and him trying to pick up the football between some guy's legs, dude, Justin Fields is not it. Is not it. And the worst part is, if you don't go Justin Fields, you got to go Tyrod Taylor. And I don't know if these guys want to go Tyrod Taylor. Is Tyrod Taylor still hurt? Or is he hurt? I don't even know what the status is with that quarterback room. But golly, it's not good. And it's not like you don't have good offensive pieces. You have Breece Hall. Breece Hall is a baller. You obviously, Garrett being hurt hurts. But then you brought in Adonai Mitchell. And I'll tell you right now, A.D. Mitchell, I know he was getting clowned last night for dropping some footballs. He had two legitimate big drops. The one crosser across the middle where it just right through his hands, and that deep ball that just dropped right into the bucket. Brother, you got to catch that. But what I did see was a guy that can run freaking routes, a guy that was getting separation, a guy that was beating guys off the break and out into his run. Man, well, I'm watching this. I was like, we couldn't have made an offer for A.D. Mitchell. The Bills couldn't have. Like, dude was showing you everything that we need these Bills receivers to do. Obviously, him not catching the football in the moments that we needed, that Jets needed them to catch the football. Obviously, that's something that can be addressed. That was probably a bad game, nerves, call it what you want. But collegiately, I didn't really see any of that type of stuff happen to him. And obviously, with the Colts, who knows what the hell happened with that? Like, he just fell out of favor, and then, you know what I mean, Alec Pierce came through, and Pittman is doing well, and Downs, like, they got guys. They got guys, and he just never could find his way. And A.D. Mitchell was doing all these things. Now, I'm mentioning A.D. Mitchell because it brings me back to our receiver room recommitting to Josh Allen. You got to commit yourself, bro. You gotta like drop everything that's gone on from week 1 to week 9. It's out the window. It's out the window. Now it's up to you guys to say, all right, what do we do and how do we do our things going forward? How do I help my quarterback? How do I make my quarterback trust me? I need to make him trust me. I need to make plays for him. Even if it's that one route and one catch that I make that he felt really good, that can build off of it. It's funny because I bring this trust and recommitting up for a reason. I just was on X. By the way, shout out to my man Tommy on X right now. I was just on X, and there was a presser with Drake May. And they asked Drake May, I'm paraphrasing here, what is it about, I mean, I might as well just play the damn clip. It was pretty much them asking him, what is it about the trust that you have with Stephon Diggs? Is it something that you guys work towards? Or is it something that, you know what I mean, just came naturally? Like, what was it? And even the question being asked, I was annoyed. I was annoyed because that's my guy. Diggs is my guy. You feel me? And we don't got Diggs on the squad right now. So now we got to deal with working wonders for us. Couldn't do it. So I'm gonna play you guys a clip, and you guys let me know what you take away from this. You know what I'm saying? And then we can discuss it then. So let me share my screen with y'all real quick, and then you guys can let me know what your thoughts are on Drake May's response to them asking him about you know what I mean, his I guess connection with Diggs and the receivers he's got. Check this out.
The trust that you have in Stefon Diggs, something that's built up over time, or do you feel like you had that right away?
No, that trust was built up. Probably when I was in middle school when he was playing in the league. It was long ago. Guys like him and Hunter and Mac. You trust those guys for what they've done in this league, and I just try to give them chances. And Steph, and you break a couple tackles to get in the end zone, but those guys are great trust in that.
The trust that you have in Stefon Diggs, something that's built up over time, or do you feel like you had that right away?
No, that trust was built up. Probably when I was in middle school when he was playing in the league.
So
it was long ago. Guys like him.
Here's the deal. Middle school, and I know he's joking clearly, but the fact of the matter is this: he goes, bro, these guys know what they're doing. Yo, this is exactly my response was, must be nice. It must be nice. It wasn't about him, you know what I mean, getting to work and doing all this stuff. It was, bro, these guys are professionals. They know what they're supposed to do. So I trust that they know what they're supposed to do, and I'll do my job while they do theirs. That is a nice feeling to have. Just going out there and just being able to play quarterback and not worry about, do they know what they're doing? Do they know what route they're supposed to run? Oh, I don't know if I can throw that to them because the last time he did it, he ran a lazy route. The last time he did it, he cut it short. The last time I did it, he ran the wrong route. Golly, I don't know if I can trust these guys. Did he fully run that route? By that time that I make my decision, I'm either being hit or I'm having to get out of the pocket. Drake May, on the other hand, he's got Stephon Diggs knowing exactly what he needs to do, when he needs to do it. He's got Mac Hollins, been in the game a long time, been a journeyman, knows his role, doing exactly what needs to be done, and doing it at a high level. I can trust these guys to do what they do. And I think this is the problem. The receivers that Josh Allen has have let him down multiple times along the season that Josh has lost trust in them, which now makes him not trust his own abilities to do what he's supposed to do. And it's tough because you want him to succeed. You want him to do well. But fam, I got to trust my guys. So my receivers, this message for y'all, do your job. Do your job. Do it well. Get to your spots and allow Josh to trust you. Because right now he ain't trusting y'all. And right now he's not playing at his best. So him not playing at his best, on top of him not being able to trust you, on top of that, having an OC that's just capping him, it's a trifecta. So at least one of them can be better. If one of them is better, meaning the receiver room gets better, then hopefully Brady can start seeing, okay, this guy seems to be doing what he needs to be doing. Away we go. But we can't get there unless we're healthy. Everyone's got to be healthy. Everyone's got to be on board. So that being said, there's only one guy I trust to give me the health report on what we're about to get into in these games, and that's the thigh doc. So until we're ready to go, let me get my intro on, and we're going to see our guy thigh doc in just a moment. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, my guy, the thigh dog.
Oh.
My guy, the thigh dog, giving us thighs for days. What's going on, fam? Were you good?
Hey, good. How about you?
Listen, I like that. You giving the thighs for the ladies. I know we have some ladies in here. Miss Laura.
Oh, no.
Miss Laura, I'm trying, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but you like what you see out there or what? Or is that too much thigh for you, girl? I tease. What's going on, thigh dog? Talk to me. What's happening, bro?
I'm doing good. It's been a long week.
It has been a long week.
Getting nervous about this team.
Ooh, are you?
Yeah, I'm a little shook up.
By the way, my girl Laura says, "Yo, that was a little too rated R for me."
I didn't know I was on.
You're on, baby. You're on. You're always on. All right, so let's get right to it because I know that you got. I'm limited with your time, so I don't want to waste any time going through it. So we got to go through this what we call the injury report, and it's a long list. It's a long list, but the list is long because we've got to make sure that everybody's on that list, and we need to know what their status is. And let me just pull up the screen here so we can see this large ass list that we got. Here's what we're looking at. So let's start with the guys that have full practices, and it's really good to see. Okay. Christian Bedford groin, right? He was off last week. He's back this week. The groin is it's an awful injury to have. But if he was limited only, maybe it was just a little bit of tightness. Is he good to go? Will we see full Benford, or is he still going to be nursing a little bit?
I mean, he's back. He didn't get hurt too long ago. He tweaked it in practice last week.
Right.
I would keep your ears perked on, how he's doing. Something that can get easily aggravated, as we'll talk about with Teron Johnson later. He had the injury in camp. Remember his lower leg injury that ended up being a groin at the end of camp there. So it's something that's
Yep.
been lingering throughout the year that you can make a case that potentially he's not playing up to his full standard because he's been nursing this since campus, never got fully healthy. Because, if you look at some of his analytics, he's not what he was last year. And you could say, hey, he got the bag and stopped mastering his craft, but I doubt that happened. He might have been nursing this groin all year, as far as we know. So it knocked him out last week. He'll be back this week, but my eyes are going to be glued on him because that's one that can knock him out.
Yeah, that is definitely right. Let's go to Terrell Bernard. Terrell Bernard actually looked like he
Yeah.
was kind of like. I mean, that's a tricky one, man, because people are saying, "Bro, is he hurt or is he just buns? Like, has he just regressed this year?" I'm leaning towards he's just fighting through this pain that he's got with his ankle. I mean, there was a play that he was in pursuit and it just didn't look good. Your thoughts on him being a full participant, and will we see Shaq Thompson in there above him? What are your thoughts?
That's a good question. I would like to think that it's injury related why he's not playing well. So there were some clips circulated. I was actually glad I came across them. So cutting off his right ankle, you can see that he doesn't have the power. And then there was the clip he was running someone down. Now I haven't watched every play over again. He very well could have tweaked his ankle and he was galloping on that play, but he definitely was running a little funky.
Yes, he was.
The right leg's affected. He sprained his ankle a couple weeks ago. He had the bye week. Then he was active, but he was an emergency. So that was 2 weeks later. Then he played the Chiefs game, the Dolphins game, and the Dolphins game where it reared its ugly head again. So this is the same ankle. If you remember the video I put out in the Steelers playoff game 2 years ago, you can see his ankle snap. They put him in an air cast on the field, but it happened to not even be a fracture. It was just a sprain. So he's got some history there. It seems like something that obviously has been aggravated because the injury in the Atlanta Falcons game, it wasn't like, your ankle rolls, right? You've played basketball.
Right. Because was that the one that he jammed it, if his ankle came in hard and kind of went, was that one?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
He actually just caught his toe. What really happened was he was trying to pursue back the other way, and he just caught his toe, and it was just a little rivet of the ankle. It didn't look like much. So the fact that has set him back about a month is a little alarming for a chronic issue. It might be something that he has to get addressed in the offseason, but it's not going to happen now, clearly. I don't know if they'll put Thompson in ahead of him. I know Thompson's looked a little better, but Thompson's dealing with his own stuff. So it looks like it's Benford or bust right now. Bernard or bust right now at the middle linebacker. But yeah, be a little weary. The way he looked last week, he couldn't cut off it, couldn't go back to the left. So planting on his right, pushing to the left, and otherwise he looked okay. And then we did see the clip where he had a pursuit and he looked like he was galloping. So
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't think he was doing it the whole game. He might have been, but what probably happened is he tweaked his ankle at some point and then tried to gut it out, and that's how it looked because the numbers were low.
All right. Well, let's talk about our guy. He played with a club on his hand, so I can't anticipate that there's going to be any issues with Joey Bosa playing with the wrist issue. I mean, club on the hand,
Not
fracture or a severe sprain. What's the deal? A big, huge club like that. What's going on?
For sure. So he had the wrist braces in the Carolina game when he was grabbing it.
Right.
We're not sure. I take that back. He had the wrist braces in the Chiefs game, both wrists, right? And that's the game he came down. We talked. He hit his.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And he was favoring his wrist.
Yep.
So with that said, it's odd that he wouldn't be in a club then because it looked like the injury had already occurred. But a couple of years ago, Dawson Knox had fractured his scaphoid, and he played through it a week or two, and then they had it surgically fixed. And sometimes these scaphoids, it's a small bone that's at the top of your thumb as it enters the wrist area. Sometimes the x-rays don't show, and then you got to get an MRI because it's such a hairline fracture type deal. that only the MRI showed, which is rare because usually an X-ray shows a fracture in the bone.
course it
But
would.
with that said, they could have missed it, thought it was just a bad sprain. They're like, okay, you're in a lot of pain. Take an MRI. Okay, you actually have a scaphoid fracture. So he's going to gut it out. He's wearing a club. I mean, it's not great. I mean, these guys have to grab, twist, turn. It puts him at a disadvantage. I
He
get
is at a disadvantage.
he's a great player, but at some point with a game of inches, that can actually come up pretty huge. You know, missing a tackle because he doesn't have fingertips to grasp, or the pass rush just didn't get there because he couldn't turn the guy because he's using the club. But Bosa had a long injury history. I said it in the preseason. I'm like, it's not a matter if, it's when. I'm glad he can play through it. I'm sure with one hand, he's better than maybe besides Groot and Epinesa, probably the rest of the guys. So he's going to do it. It's not great. Look for him to wear the club for about a month. Maybe they can get off by then, but definitely going to be a couple weeks with it.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go down this laundry list, or like some might say, the CVS receipt of freaking injuries. AJ Epinesa, concussion, back full. We aren't gonna worry about him. He's gonna be ready to go. Taron Johnson, golly, man.
Yeah.
Taron Johnson, groin, limited, had a full practice on Thursday, and then back to limited on Friday, and now he's questionable for the game. What the heck, bro? Make sense of this for me, please, and thank you.
If there's any red flag of this year, it's how many practice injuries there's been.
What the
we got
hell,
it at
man?
least. I mean, going DeMar Hamlin, Ed Oliver, like these are big ones. You know what I mean?
Right.
The list goes on. I'm pulling a blank right now, but I know there's been a couple. Right? Benford last week in practice. Like, what is going on is right. It's bad enough how many guys have been going down in the games, but to lose like your star players in practice, like what the hell are you doing? I don't know. It's concerning. Now, real quick, the strength and conditioning coach, like I know he gets a lot of praise from former players, but this isn't like they brought in a new regime. He was the assistant strength and conditioning coach from the last several years. So don't expect him to come in with all these new ideas, and we shouldn't have expected anything much different. Probably more what happened is Schiano and McDermott just butted heads. He's like, get out of here. I'm going to just, get your assistant up here. He's probably doing the same program. I know they brought the guy Luther in who's been in the game for a long time, but some of these guys, if they're very old, they might be back to their archaic ways of, lift heavy weights, pump it up and stuff like that. But getting back to Teron is trying to fight back from a groin injury. He missed last week. He was limited to full. It looked like the green lights are on. And now we hear he had a quote unquote from McDermott, a yellow flag event where he had a setback in practice. Same thing with Benford last week. He tweaked it in practice. He still practiced the next day. This means these guys are probably dealing with chronic groin issues, by the way. And I just think with aggravating on Thursday, I don't think they push it. But why don't we just talk about the other questionable player now? Because this is what is very scary. Both of our nickelbacks
Thank you.
are questionable.
Mm-hmm.
So Cam Lewis, now he's had a calf early in the preseason as well, or was early in the year. But a calf usually takes a couple weeks. But this must not be a traditional calf strain. Like if I ran and I felt like someone just shot me with a BB gun and I felt a pull in my calf, I'm probably out at least 2 weeks. It's just like a hamstring strain. The fact that he had the calf early in the year and he came back with like less than a week and now he's got it again, I don't know. Is it like a chronic like he tweaked it again, but it's not bad where he can still practice? All I know is that they probably were going to shelf him, but now with Teron re-injuring his groin, I'm thinking they're going to try to throw Cam Lewis in there now, which isn't great. And McDermott did say that they're going to be careful with it. So we very well can see both guys out this weekend, which is a little scary because it's a pass-happy offense. And the next man up is Ingram, who I love that he's from UB. Let's be honest, he's not that good. So it could be a very weak. very weak link on the defense that's already reeling from
Bro, let's be real. Yo, listen.
depleted
Let me
D
take this,
line, linebackers playing below subpar, and it's
let
just
me
like
take this stupid list
a
down
lot.
because I'm getting frustrated with all these damn injuries, man. You got two of your nickel corners that are banged up. Taron hasn't been playing his best. Now, call it what you want, whether it's the injuries that hasn't been having him at his best or just hasn't been at his best. And then you got Cam Lewis that showed really good promise last week, and now he's banged up. Jamarcus Ingram's blows. This guy, no disrespect, I should take that back. He doesn't blow. He ain't good. You know what I'm saying? And I worry when he's on the field. So like having him in there, man, like this is problematic for us, man. Like, and this is a defense that we already don't trust, and we have an offense that's already struggling. Something needs to give. My gosh, man, and all these injuries, killer. Lucky for us, you got Mike Evans. Obviously, he's probably most likely done for the season. I don't know if he does come back. Godwin is not coming back. What's that? What were we gonna say?
He could come back at the end of the year.
Could he? I know it was like depending on how they do, obviously.
Yeah.
Godwin was due to return, but they say he's out for this week. And
He
Bucky Irving, they say he's out for this week. So it's going to be Rashad White that's going to be running the football, that runs the ball strong. He's a strong guy, and he catches the ball out of the backfield. So that should be fun for us to freaking have to deal with. But tearing out.
What it's worth, Roddy White hasn't had I think he hasn't gone over 50 yards in like 3 straight weeks.
Rashad White, yeah. He's not a big, bulky guy, but like a big-time runner. However, he will catch the football out of the backfield and give us big-time problems. Go on.
He just hasn't been sharp lately. I got him in 2 out of 3 fantasy football teams.
Me too.
Been disappointed lately. Also, they're missing also Jalen McMillan. You know, he was a rookie last year. I know, so there was some interest for the Bills to draft him, but he's also out. So they're really down their top 3. I mean, Ibuka probably trumps them because they picked him in the first round. And then they got a speedster, Tez Johnson. So I'm sure they're going to try to put Hairston on him. If they play Hairston now that Benford's in, I don't know. It's a mess.
It's a mess, man. So I'm hoping that we get great news with the likes of Josh Palmer returning. So I like the fact that Josh Palmer returns. I feel like I'm going to stick to this because I was saying it at the beginning of the year. I think him and Josh could really do some big things. We didn't see a whole lot. Granted, I think they were trying to force the ball and force the pill to Keon Coleman. And I think they've made their mind up on Keon, which is unfortunate. I hope they don't give up on that, brother. But I think Palmer returning at full capacity and full practice should give us a slight boost, hopefully, because I got that brother in fantasy. I need him to do something for me. But Palmer returning should be good. And you know his injury pretty well. So he's been out, 6 weeks now? Okay. He should be good to go by now.
He got hurt in the Falcons game. So 2 weeks is the Panthers, 3 weeks is KC, 4 weeks was last week. He's on 5 weeks recovery.
5 weeks, there you go. So a little too much.
High ankle sprain, 4 to 6 weeks. He's right in the middle. He's at 5 weeks. He also had an MCL. MCLs, if they're minor, you're looking at like 1 to 3 weeks. So the ankle always trumped it on the recovery timeline. So he should be good. I mean, you've seen guys struggle for a couple of weeks, even once they're back after a high ankle. So I don't know. Hoping that they gave him the full 5 weeks. He comes out full force. Probably it's not going to be that easy. Yeah.
Buddy. All right. Let's keep it rolling.
They're going to have to feed him the ball because there's.
They got no choice. They got to. All right. So we got AJ Epinesa. We know Taron Johnson. We know Dalton Kincaid. We know is going to be out for at least another 2-3 weeks potentially. Cam Lewis, obviously, he's got that calf, so we don't know what's going to take place. Is he ready to go? Is this a tolerance issue? Is he going to hinder us? You got to make a big decision with that. Fedarian Mathis. I mean, yeah, exactly. We'll move on from that. Josh Palmer.
I don't even know what happened to him. He hit 40% snaps last week. Nothing was reported. Now he's just not practicing with a shoulder injury. Hey, did you want to do a thigh dance for the internet? Okay, all right, sure. One time.
Now we do, however, get TJ Sanders back, but even then, I think it was reported by Sal, or was it somebody? I saw a report that he's questionable.
Okay, so this is what happened.
Talk to me.
So you have to be questionable on there as long as you're still on the IR list. But It seemed like all systems go. He was full all week. McDermott's like, "Oh, we're getting him back." And then in his Friday talk to the media, or he was on the radio, WGR, he said he's got a lot to catch up to. So what he sounded like in the morning was he's not coming back this week. But then they put out the report, and he was full, and he wasn't on the list. He wasn't even listed as questionable. And now he is listed as questionable. So I'm kind of getting mixed signals. It seems like he's healthy enough to go. It's just one of those Bills things. If they're like, hey, he's a rookie, he's not ready, he didn't get enough practice, I could see that happening. But if he's not back this week, he's back next, guys. So I was expecting him to come back, especially with Mathis out. But if they want to wait on it again and call up Zion Logue one more time, go for it, guys.
Go for it. Exactly what's gonna. I mean, I don't mind Zion Logue, so if they have to call him up, sure, so be it. All right, the last three: Khalil Shakir, Shaq Thompson, Dorian Williams. I go with Dorian Williams.
Yeah.
He had a groin injury. It looks like he's ready to go full. I'm excited to see that brother get back on the field.
Yeah.
We'll see how that plays out. Shaq Thompson, limited, full, questionable. I mean, I guess they have to say questionable, but chances are we should be able to see him. Should we not?
Okay. I'm just going to piggyback this with Kincaid.
Yep.
It's a big injury. But hamstring strains, 13 days is the average. Okay, so that's 2 weeks. He's been out for 2 weeks, so he's coming up on his third week since the injury, and he should be good to go. He went from limited to full. I don't get the questionable status.
Me neither.
I feel like
protecting themselves.
Again, I don't know. They got like a bunch. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to how I can put this in words. They have two linebackers that are stalwarts to the franchise. I get it. You got Milano and you got Bernard. Bernard's obviously banged up with his ankle and he looks like crap. Milano is quietly trash right now. Okay, he can't make lateral plays. He's always kind of behind the play nowadays. If he comes downhill, he looks like an all-pro. But if he's got to go laterally, that he's just not there anymore. And I feel like they're playing a little politics here. Shaq Thompson, I'm pretty confident, has earned the right to start, but that 100%. Means they got to put down Bernard or Milano. And I think by them all having a little injury, you got the ankle with Bernard, you got the pec with Milano, and now you got the hamstring with Thompson. It's just like it's a little bit like a roulette. If they feel like their main two guys can go, they'll go and they'll pull back Thompson, let him get healthier, and then they're probably like, hey, Milano's probably gonna re-rupture that pec in 2 weeks anyways, and then we don't have to play the politic game, and then Thompson's healthy this week, and now he's gonna start.
And I feel that you're onto something, man, because it is a politics thing. We don't want to hurt this guy's feelings, and we're gonna put this guy in. No, bro, put the best player available. Period. So Bernard has to sit his behind down. Sit him down. If Milano has to sit him down. He ain't gonna be back here next year. Sit him down. Golly, man. Yo, I'm getting. Listen, I felt somebody said, bro, all this is bad news. Well, we got to get through it. We have to get through it. These are the injuries.
You got 14 injuries on there with like 6 to 8 starters on the injury reserve.
Buddy, freaking brutal, man. All right, last but not least.
Right. But same thing.
Yeah,
I know you don't have to rush unless you need to get on with your show. But Kincaid is also a hamstring. He already missed 2 games this year. The GM said he needs to bulk up, get and stay healthy, and it's just not happening. So bad news there again. And he's going to be out for another 2 games, unfortunately, if he's lucky. So I'm pissed about that. Okay. All right, come on, go on. Then we got Shakir, right?
Let's go back. I mean, you can't. Bulking up, that has nothing to do with the hamstring. Hamstring's hamstring.
Well, that's okay. We can get into a whole nother discussion. I feel like Beane's really lost his marbles.
Okay, hold on. No. You just can't talk like that and not back it up. So, floor is yours. What do you mean he's lost his marbles?
He's lost his marbles a little bit. I don't know if he's feeling external stress or he's just has a really bad ego. But if Brandon Beane's going to talk about Kincaid the way he is, he needs to put on muscle and stay healthy. And then the pitcher comes out with him with 2 knee braces on and looking like a twig. And then he gets back in front of the media and says, that's not really what I meant. He's working hard. We just need him to be more durable. Oh, you don't want to bulk him up anymore? Then what were you saying 2 months ago? Now you're backing down. Then you get on WGR. You clearly have a wide receiver issue. You let Matt Collins go. You didn't get a guy in the draft. You blow up, like really blew up on WGR, which was like out of character and kind of was a bad look. I don't know what you thought. Some people were like, "Yeah, go Beane." I was just like, "This isn't good."
I'll keep it a bug. At the time, I actually liked it. I liked that he was backing up his players, and I
Fair enough.
truly believe that the receiver room was good enough that we can continue.
Yeah.
I thought they were better.
Okay.
I digress. Go ahead.
It was kind of cool for like 22
Yes.
hours until they signed
Agreed.
Elijah Moore the next day, which clearly means they didn't get the guy they wanted in the draft. So then, where was I going with this? Oh,
He lost his marbles,
that's
and
it.
he blew up on the WGR guys, and
Yeah,
now it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
is it the
That was
Eagle
it.
thing, or is it
Yeah, that's it.
And here's my question for you. So,
Going on tangent.
are you trusting Beane? Do you trust him now? Has he lost your trust?
I think he is good at getting value in the middle rounds of drafts. I think he took a chance on Josh Allen and it really paid off, but I think there's a lot other holes to fill. There's a more of a they got a guy like Diggs, which is a really ballsy trade too, and it paid off. But now it seems like they really talk about this culture and they're afraid to bring in badasses to an extent. I know you want the right guy, but you can't have all these guys that are so cushy. You kind of need some edge. And a guy like Diggs was awesome. I understand he turned into a jerk at the end, but I think we're starting to see that maybe he was smarter. I couldn't imagine that Diggs was so smart that he would see the playbook and be like, I need to get out of here now. But I guess he was that smart. I can't believe it. But I guess he did in Minnesota too. He saw the writing on the wall. And I wish we had that fire because, okay, and then the whole Dolphins game, I know it was like such a dud, but, and it's just, the TV goes to Allen and he looks sad like a puppy, but he's always on the end of the bench. Why aren't people with him and talking to him? It's almost like he's kind of like segregated, and I just don't like that. I just want him with the rest of the offense, sitting there like slapping and talking to the guys. I just haven't seen that. So I'm pretty sure we used to see it, and this just seems different now. And, you can come on top of it, say he's gone Hollywood. I'm really hoping he has, and he seems like such a solid dude. I can't imagine if he did, but something's just different, and I can't put my finger on it, but I'm trying to express to you exactly how I'm feeling about it, and it's a little uncomfortable because I feel bad on the inside about it.
What are you, soft? If you got something to say, you say it.
I'm trying to say it. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm trying to be nice, and I'm trying to be this, bro.
Nice.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I need him. I need him to get on that bench with his teammates, show some fire, take the little sad puppy face off his face. And if you want to throw the iPad, don't throw it. You know what I mean? You saw that clip. Like, what the hell? Come on.
Listen, let me tell you something. Everything that you're saying right now, I was just saying on Tuesday.
Okay.
Everything you're saying is, bro, why are you on the bench by yourself? Like, I get it. You want to look at the tablet by yourself. It's cool. Once you figured out that tablet, what you missed, because everyone knows what's happening, you're replaying what you may have missed. Yeah. Back in the day, it used to be like they'd give you a printout piece of paper. You'd be like, oh man, that piece, and you now it's a tablet. You can replay and be like, I missed that throw. So when you've missed that throw or you missed the read, whatever the case is, get your behind over to the guy you missed the throw with or the miscommunication and start working it out. Now, does he do that? Maybe. But for the most part, anytime that we pan to Josh Allen, he's a superstar, he's mostly on the bench next to Ronald Curry, going through the tablets and sitting there and waiting for him to go back out there. Go and talk to the old lineman. Go and sit with the damn receivers and say, oh, yo, we missed this part. If we get back on it, we can do it. Bro, I'm with you. I'm sick of this puppy dog nonsense. Everybody's like, yo, chill out on man. The guy can't sit down and just relax. Why are you on his behind? Let him chill. He's exhausted. He's putting the team on his back. That's why we paid you, my G, to put the team on your back. You're money bags, Mr. Moneybags. So you got to do the extraordinary things that these other guys can't do. You've got to bring the best out of these guys. So sitting on the bench and doing that stuff, that shows to me, I need you to mature a little bit and be a better leader for these guys. But I lead by example. That might not be enough. I need a little bit more now. So I'm with what you're saying, but I want you
Yeah.
to say it with your chest, baby. You gotta say it with your chest, baby.
I was
I'm
just
trying to find the right word to say it.
trying
No,
to
just say
formulate
that
what I'm
shit.
trying
What?
to say. All right. Well,
But I
looks
love
like
it.
we're
But
on.
I'm with you in regards to like Brandon Beane. I call it a little bit of GM arrogance in a way, because you want your picks to pan out, you want your free agents to pan out, you want your decisions to look good. And if you have to go back on your decisions, it's not good. That means you're not doing a good job. So, and then when you were talking, it had me thinking, like, I would love to know what the consensus was on Brandon Beane before coming to Buffalo, because he was an assistant. He was an assistant. And then I think then we poached him, or was he a GM for maybe a year or two? And then, because he was an assistant for the longest time, I have to go and check myself to see how long. But what
I need
was
to
so
say
good about what he did that we needed to poach him, and so on and so forth? Anyway, go on.
one thing. You can go back to that draft when McDermott was here. McDermott came first, and he had to do it with Whaley. The Bills made a couple trade ups in that draft, and look at what team they jumped over each time. The Carolina Panthers. And Beane was with the Panthers at the time, and then he came over. Just interesting. Okay. I want
And you know what?
someone in this chat to go on there, look at the drafts, look where they traded up, and tell me how many times they jumped the Panthers, because it was like 2 or 3 times, which
Well,
was interesting.
hold on.
Beane
Whaley
was with
was
the
there. I'd have to go back. I'd have to go back to see, because it was Whaley.
Beane was with the Panthers still.
Yeah, but just for a year, because he came the same
No,
year the Beane. What's his face came?
McDermott came. He did the draft with Whaley. They fired Whaley, and then they brought Beane, like in the summer.
That very year.
Yes.
Interesting. I'll go back and look. I'll go back. You're a little conspiracy
Insider
theory,
trading.
so I know you like to dig deep and create stuff. So I gotta go and dig back and take a look. All right. Injuries be damned. I'm done with the injury talk. Let's get to a bit of football talk here.
Yeah.
When you watch these Patriots, are you sold on these Patriots? Are the Patriots the real deal? Are they like that team where you're like, bro, they look nasty, bro? I don't know if we could take them, because I don't see it.
They're not nasty.
I don't see greatness like everybody else sees. What do you see?
They're doing stuff that we used to do when we were excited when Josh Allen was new. They have a lot of energy. So okay, first of all, they don't blow the top off. They just dink and dunk. The kid's good though. I mean, he gets the ball out, and he does a little. What he basically does, he does a little Tom Brady dinking and dunking early. He's got a great touch on his long ball. When he does shoot the long ball, it's open, and it usually gets completed unless the guy drops it, like
Facts.
they did Matt Collins yesterday. But
Facts.
he's real. His EPA is off the charts on the deep balls, because he does it sparingly, but he does it when it's going to work, and he puts the ball in the right spot. I mean, Allen, as big as his arm is, he struggled with deep balls, like the touch and stuff. It's just these balls are going out of bounds all the time down the sideline. But anyways, but there was this one run by Henderson. They were down 7. They ran that toss sweep that he had to cut back up, and he ran into a pile of people at about the 4-yard line. Without any hesitation, 3 of his linemen came up and jolted him into the end zone. I'm talking like they didn't. It was just, it happened instantly, and you can just tell that they were excited to play football. And there's no, that team wanted it more than us. They want it more right now. That's the problem. So the quarterback is good. He's only going to get better. And, and he's slithery too. And he's basically like Josh Allen Jr., but, he's like 2020 Josh Allen, when Josh Allen in the second year was 2019 Josh Allen. But whatever. That aside, their defense isn't that special, but their secret skill is they can stop the run. So that's a little bit of a kryptonite for the Bills, because that seems to be our fastball right now. But at the end of the day, what was I going to say is just they play good, sound football. Their coach makes good decisions. He's making good decisions.
Fantastic decisions.
They got a good offensive coordinator.
Great offensive coordinator.
Daniels, and it's just working right now. But they haven't played a team in the top 10 points per game. So they haven't really played a good defense yet. And we know they have the soft schedule, but they're taking care of business. But they're going to get better down, in the next few years. So Do they scare me? Yes, they do. But is challenge good? Yeah. But do I think they can just win the Super Bowl this year? No. Does that make sense?
I hear what you're saying. I hear it, and I'm with you. I have a healthy respect for the Patriots. I just don't see like, when you look when you see certain teams where you're like, okay, I'm looking at the Colts. I'm like, yo, the Colts, like, they run the heck out of the ball, and they look good. They look all right, and their defense has been playing all right, right? I'll go to the Bengals offensively, bro. You have a competent quarterback behind that offense. They're legit. They can move the football. Patriots are just solid all around, and Drake May, I like him, man. I like him. He's playing good football right now. And he's playing like fun. This is what I guess I'm trying to get to. He's playing not carefree, but like he's just having a good time. And he's finding guys are getting open. He's having a good time. Bro, like when I'm comparing the two, you got one of them having a good time and playing good ball. And then you got Josh Allen in the offense. Just it's hard for them. Bro, everything they do is difficult. And if they squeeze a win out, whoo, all right, we look good today. All right, let's try to build on that. Can't build on that because there's so much inconsistency. Meanwhile, these boys are running the ball. The Patriots are running the football. They're throwing the football deep. They're taking whatever they give you. You got Mac Hollins running great routes and getting open for these boys. Man, what it used to be for the Bills has become much more difficult. I was like, golly, man, I'm seeing good things. Now, do they scare me overall? No. They don't. They do good things, but they don't scare me overall. I don't like when we play them again, which I can't wait. I think we'll give them a better run for their money. I think we'll be a lot better. This upcoming game against the Bucs, though, because I don't want to say too much on the Patriots. I want your thoughts on the Bucs. Baker Mayfield.
This is nice.
Tez Johnson, all them boys. Is this a game where you feel good for the Bills right now, as of right now?
On paper, yeah.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Third time Baker and Josh Allen are matching up. That's a little legendary. It's a rubber match for them. Each has 1-1. And how do I feel about the game? I feel like they're pretty good at stopping the run, but I think we can get the best of them. You just got to keep what's his name at bay. Who's the big D tackle? I mean, the dude's a beast.
Vita Vea.
Yeah, he's dealing with a little bit of a back injury, so I think that's good for us. And then their offense is not as complete as it could be. They struggle running the ball, and they're down their top, technically, their top two wideouts. So I'm happy the game's in Buffalo. It's going to be a windy game, as I understood. So if there's one man who can cut that wind, we know who it is. But Baker's no slouch with his arm talent too.
Well, hold on. If there's one man who can cut that wind, has it been cutting anything lately?
No, but
them 5-yard dump off ain't cutting nothing, right? We need something from that man.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, but I would assume that game's going to be a wake up call for them, and they got to come home and they're going to show up, just like they did with the Chiefs game. So I would put my money on the Bills, but there is a little fear in my chest about it, how they're going to come out. I mean, it's really just like, are they going to? You don't know what you're going to get anymore. Are you going to get a freaking Dolphins bummer, or are you going to come out and be world beaters like the Chiefs? And I'm just hoping, because it's in home and they got to bounce back after that loss, they'll look different this week.
They'll definitely look different. Well, we talked about injuries. We talked about who's going to be available, and who is not going to be available. Your last thoughts, man. We got obviously the Tampa. We're hosting them, so obviously they're coming into our climate, so we should have an advantage. Vegas says we have an advantage, so we'll see how that plays out. Your final score prediction, because we won't see you for the pregame, so you might as well get our score prediction out now. What are your thoughts? How do you see this game unfolding for the Bills?
Thinking.
Now they're 6-3. Falling to 6-4 is not good. So this is almost to me, this is a must win. But the Bucs, I think they're on a 2-game losing streak. They can't go down 3. So this is must win for them too.
Yeah.
So talk to me now. What are your thoughts?
I got a number. I've been sizing up that Kevin Massar, the other kid online. He's like, he does some content stuff.
Okay.
And I think much like his weight, it's probably going to be 20 to 37. So like 237,
237. Okay. I see what
2037,
you're doing there.
2037 Buffalo.
I see what you're doing there. Okay. So I'm not gonna predict my score now. I'll wait till pregame. I'll do my thing. Anyway, Thigh, talk to us. What do you have tomorrow morning for us?
Well, if I ever get to the end of it, because it's been quite the laundry list, we'll put the report up on
Seriously.
thighdoctor.com in the morning.
ThighDoctor.com in the morning, and you'll be giving us a much, I guess a tighter, I guess your view on some of these injuries, and hopefully we see some of the players that are questionable. Here's this: will we see Shaq Thompson playing? Your guess?
Yes.
Taron Johnson,
No.
Cam Lewis.
No.
Damn, both nickels out, huh? Sheesh. All right.
Shit.
All right. I mean, listen, it is what it is. If that's what I mean, listen, you're predicting it. Maybe both these players play, and then you're like, okay, shoot, they're ready to go, but they might be on a limited basis. We shall soon see how that all plays out. All right, brother. Well, listen, you got something else for me?
No, just I'm just glad that James Cook wasn't on the injury report this week, even though we were worried he was going to miss last week. But I don't know, 13 carries, 53 yards, might not have been able to cut on a dime like the week before. Just keep an eye on his ankle. I know he's not on the report though.
We will definitely be keeping an eye on everybody because I mean the way these things are playing out right now, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Not a fan whatsoever. Anyway, that's my guy, the Thigh Doc. He's you can catch him thighdoctor.com tomorrow morning. Get his injury report. I appreciate you coming on because Friday nights we don't normally do this, but our guy Z-Bot is he's a family man now. He's a papa. For those that are unaware, I mean, he's put on social media now, so I can talk about it. Z-Bot has had his baby. His baby was born just a couple nights ago, and congratulations to him. He's got a baby girl. And I don't want to share too much, but he'll be able to share his story once he's in there. But he's being a papa right now. He's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, giving the bottle to the baby. He'll probably be changing diapers. He'll be probably trying to stay up and give his lady moral support. So who knows when we'll see Z-Bot back?
He's such a good guy. You remember that in the chat he put the daddy breastfeeder, so it's like the little thing through the shirt hole. He's a good guy.
That'll be amazing, man. So appreciate you, Thigh Doc, and we'll catch you guys. We'll catch you again next week when we do these injury reports, man. Hopefully that list of freaking 79 will drop down to maybe 3 or 4. Hopefully it'll look good for us soon.
It's way too much.
It's way too much. All right, buddy. We'll catch you on the flip, man. Peace. That's my guy, the Thigh Doc. So I mean, listen. The real's like, congratulations on your historic child for birth. Yes, sir. So before, I mean, listen, let me give a shout out to my guy, Z-Botnair. First of all, that's my guy. We've been knowing each other for a minute now, and I've had a chance to be around him and Caroline together. You couldn't have asked for two more beautiful people, and these two great people get to bring in a baby girl. That is amazing. So big shout out to Caroline. Big shout out to my guy Z-Bot. And for those that are parents now or waiting to be parents, listen, man, it is a responsibility. It's a responsibility, but a beautiful responsibility because that's your person. You now have someone that you must care for, protect. Provide for and guide, all of those things, all wrapped up in a bundle of joy for my guys. So I think they're going to do a fantastic job, and I look forward to seeing these young pups, these young kids. Come up and do their thing while they raise their baby girl. So big shout out to my guy Z-Bot, and we will see him. Who knows when? To be honest with you, I have no idea when, because you want him to kind of take that time to be with his with his family. You know what I mean, so if he can sneak away and get on the mic a little bit, he might be going crazy. So we shall soon see. So big shout out to Z-Bot. If you guys have him on your socials, go ahead and hit him up And you know what I mean, send him some love, send him some congratulatory, you know what I'm saying, praises, and all. Don't forget Caroline. Caroline was the big player in this, man. She's the one who did all the work. You know what I'm saying? He put in the work. She's doing all the work. You catch what I'm saying. Anyway, and we shall go from there. All right, let's get back into this this Bills and Buccaneers matchup. All right, give me a second here while I give you guys the goods, because I'm about to share I'm not going to share the screen because sharing the screen is just going to be a little too much for you guys. So I just read it out to you guys so you guys know what we're dealing with and what we're playing with. So hang tight while I get this thing cracking again. You guys have been so patient with me. So keep that rolling, and we'll keep it rolling. All right, let me see here. I'm going to assume they go by Tampa. Let's go with the Bills first. Let me go with the Bills first. So here's the deal. What are we dealing with this Bills? What have the Bills done as of late to gain our trust, right? Have they got better offensively? Have they got worse defensively? Where do they rank in the league? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Here we are. So the Bills offense, as of right now, they are ranked 6th in the league for points per game at 27.6. 384 yards a game. That's ranked number 2 in the league. Yards per play, 6.1. That's ranked number 3 in the league. So there's still a potent offense. It's crazy, right? Third down conversion rate. They are converting on a 43.9% rate. Guess where that ranks them? Number 5 in the league. That's amazing. Red zone scoring, 65.63. They're ranked 7th in the league. And last but not least, touchdowns per game, 3.4. They're ranked 4th. They're still a top 10 offense. Based on these metrics, they're still a top 10 offense. What the F is going on? All right, let's go to the defensive side of the ball. So the Bucs opponents, I say the Bills and their opponents, they're allowing their opponents to score 21.9 points per game. So we'll call it 22. That's ranked for 11th in the league. So just outside the top 10. See, that's deceiving. It's deceiving because they're allowing 21.9 points per game. You think we'd be killing the game right now, and we're sitting at 6-4, and we're about to take on a brutal 4-game stretch. That's a whole nother ballgame that we're going to talk about in just a moment, right? So 21.9 points per game. The Bills are allowing 317 yards per game. That gives them, they're ranked 14th in the game. So that's middle of the pack, a little better than middle of the pack. All right. Offensive yards allowed per game per play, 5.6, which is ranked 24th. So we can be better, but we're not. All right. So here's where we start to kind of dip in the rankings. Third down conversion. We are allowing teams to convert 37%. So we're a little better than half the league. We're ranked at 13th. Fourth down. We're ranked 19th, allowing teams to convert 63% of their rates on fourth down conversion. By the way, we convert 65% of our fourth down. We're 20th in league, and we are converting 50% of our fourth downs. All right. Last but not least, touchdowns per game, we're allowing 2.6, obviously allowing 21 points per game. So defensively, we're in the middle to the back half defensively. All right. So we'll get into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a little bit. So just remember where we are defensively. Offensively, we're solid, right? Now let's get a little bit more specific, because running the football, we do well. We run the ball 49% of the time, which is ranked for number 2 in the league. Rush yards per game, that's right, is 5, rush yards per rush, 5 per rush. That's 5 in the league. We're number 5 in the league. Rushes per game, 30.9. We're number 1 in the game. 153 rush yards per game. We are number 1 in the game. Rush touchdowns per game, 1.8. We're number 2. So we have a top 5, if we're averaging everything out, a top 5, if not the best run game in the league. Let me show you how we're doing defensively, stopping the run. My Lord. Are you guys with me? Here we go. Hang with me now. Defensively, the Buffalo Bills stopping the run. Opponents are rushing the football 47% of the time against us. So what's that telling? What that's telling me is we don't force them to pass the football. We're keeping them in the game. which keeps them running the football. So we are ranked 25th. We are 25th in the league. Teams are running at will on us. 47% of the time they're running the football. That's gross. All right, let me keep rolling. 5.5 yards a pop. We are allowing their running backs to run for 5.5 yards a pop, almost damn near 6 yards. That's ranked 31st in the league. We're almost dead last. Okay. Opponent rushes per game. 27 rushes per game. We're ranked 19th in the league. Opponent's rush yards per game, 147 yards a game. We are allowing 147 yards a game. That's ranked 30th in the league. You cannot go and be a contender if you're allowing teams to run for 150 yards on you. That's gross. Let me tell you something. The 3 biggest run performances this year was Devin Achane, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson. Those 3 guys, they ran the hardest against the Bills. How nasty is that? That's the most in the league. Those are the three biggest performances in the league against the Bills. And you know who else has got a huge performance? And if he was on another team, it would be 4 teams. That's James Cook. James Cook has one of the best performances in the game this year. And look, God forbid that he was on another team, it would have been 4 against us. The point I'm trying to make is we're allowing 5.5 yards a pop, and we're allowing 147 yards per game, ranked 30th. Oh, by the way, we're allowing 1.6 rushing touchdowns per game against us. That's ranked for 31st. So we are one of the worst rushing defenses in the game. Fantastic. How are we supposed to contend and go to the Super Bowl if we can't stop a run? Golly, man. When you read the numbers, bro, and you see it, it makes sense where you're looking at the numbers and you see what the product they put on the field. Yeah, that's going to do it to you. All right, let's keep it rolling because I'm just talking about the Bills right now. We'll get into the Buccaneers in just a little bit. Here we go. Passing offense. We've been talking about this passing offense for how long now? Let me break it down to y'all. Pass play percentage. We're passing the football 50.9% of the time. So we're balanced. Not good because that ranks us number 31 in the league. We're passing 50% of the time. That's ranked 31st. So we're not passing enough. Okay, that's number 1. Completion percentage, 69, almost 70%. That's number 4. If those dump offs are great, I can throw half my passes or screens. Of course, I'm going to have a high completion percentage. I'm not buying that completion percentage. I know I'm being harsh, but I am buying it. All right, yards per pass, 8.2. I'll take that. That's number 4 in the league. That's ranked for number 4th. Here's where things start getting a little dicey, right? Passes per game, 29.9. We're ranked number 26th. Passing yards per game, 230. We're ranked number 12. Interception thrown percentage, 1.6. We're ranked 13th. And QB sack percentage, 6.9%, 19 in the league. We're ranked 19th. Our sack percentage was the best last year. We're now bottom of the league, near the bottom of the league. All right. That's the Bills passing offense. Not great. I mean, we talked about it. I don't got to tell you much more. Passing defense. Look at this. Opponent pass percentage plays. They're passing on us 52% of the time. That is ranked number 8. Opponent completion percentage, 62. We're ranked number 5. So we're doing decent there in that regard. 6.9 yards per pass. We're ranked 11th. 27 passes per game. We're ranked number 3. We're allowing 170 yards per game passing. Ranked number 3. That's apropos because I don't have to pass the ball because I'm running the ball down your throat. So why do I need to pass? I don't have to have big, huge numbers. So to me, that's a shaky number at that point. All right. And we are ranked number 5 in the league at 9.29% sack percentage. So we're ranked number 5. So we're decent in getting after the quarterback. But a big number for me, man, is this skewed number, 170 yards passing. Like our DBs are killing it. We're not. I mean, no, we're not. We're not doing very well. So that's the Buffalo Bills for you guys. That is the Buffalo Bills. Just to give you guys a heads up, our turnover margin right now, we're +2 offensively. Defensively, we're -2. All right. We are, in terms of takeaways this year, guys, The Bills 1.2 takeaways per game. We're ranked number 2. We're number 12 in the league. Giveaways a game. We're ranked number 9. Whatever you want to call that. So not fantastic, not great. Have we improved in our penalties? No. Penalty yards per game. 8.5. Excuse me. Penalty yards per game. Yeah. 8.5 penalties per game. Sorry. Penalties per game. Excuse me. 6.8. We're ranked 16th. Penalty yards per game, 57. We're ranked 23. Penalty yard penalties. So we're averaging 8.5 yards a penalty, which is ranked 28th in the league. By the way, time of possession, excluding the overtime, 55. We are ranked number 2 in the league. All right. Before I get into the Buccaneers, I'm gonna just grab a couple of comments in the comment section to see if we're good. My man said Z-Bot would run for 200 yards. I know it's terrible. Henry, Bijan, A-Chain, all 3 of those running backs killed us. And that's what's got our average terrible. And it's weird because we allow too many big plays. Too many big plays. And this is what's happening. By the way, big shout out to my guy Cody Benz and showing some love to my guy. Is my son's 4th birthday. So I appreciate you, my G. Appreciate you. You know what time it is. My man said, yo, Rico appreciates all fans. Rico's chill. This is the best show on the web. I appreciate you, G. Was somebody talking to Ish? Let me know if somebody was talking to Ish so I can put them in their place. Let me know. Let me know what's happening. All right. Let me go to, before I get back to the chat and chat with you guys, because I'm on another screen, by the way. So I'm trying to go back and forth. All right. Let's go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Where do they rank? What are they saying? All right. Let me go and find out what's up with these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let me hang tight with me, people, while I get this out of the way here. Tampa Bay. Let's see what these Tampa Bay Bucs are saying. Let me see what's up with these boys, if I can get this right. All right, these Tampa Bay Bucs. Where we at? Tampa. All right. Tampa Bay Bucs. Here we go. Let me get their rankings before I get it cracking here. All these ads keep popping up, and I'm like, yo, get out of here with that. Let me see. Tampa Bay. Let me get their rankings down pat. Hang tight with me, people. Stats, all stats. Oh, for crying out loud. Give me the damn thing. I'm trying to get all these stats, and they got everything. They jacked up everything, man. Golly. Hang tight, people. Hang tight. We're going to get this thing cracking. In the meantime, while I'm looking these, once I get these stats going here for these Tampa Bay Bucs, are we confident in this upcoming game against Tampa? I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm actually excited for this game. Not because I'm like, oh, I feel like we're going to win this and it's going to be a piece of cake and we're going to run through them. That's not the case. I'm actually excited to see how the Bills respond to the Tampa Bay Bucs. How are you guys going to respond? Because right now, you have a lot of people against you. Let's keep it all the way real. They're not in favor of the Bills. They're talking a lot of ish on these Bills. So how do you guys feel about that? I'm confident that this team is going to come back and really do some work. But that's just me. So without further ado, let's get into it, folks. The Tampa Bay Bucs overall ranking. All right, points per game. They are ranked 24.4. They're scoring 24 points a game. They're ranked 11th. Yards per game, 328, 17th. Right? So right now, I'm looking at their numbers. They're middle of the pack. Compared offensively to the Bills, these guys are middle of the pack, which could bode well for the Bills defense. But let me keep reading some of this stuff, right? So yards per game, 328. Points per, no, I'm not going to do that. Yards per play, 5.3. That's ranked 17th in the league. The Bills were like at 8. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Third down conversion rate, 36. They're ranked 25th, so they're not a very good third down offensive team. They go for it on fourth down quite a bit, actually. They're at 46. They're at 24th in the league. Red zone scoring, 52. They're at 24th in the league. Bro, I'm looking at these numbers. I'm like, yo, maybe there's a reason these Bucs are on a, 2-game losing streak right now? Shoot. All right, and they're scoring, 24 points a game, so that's 2.7 touchdowns per game. All right. What are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers saying defensively? So they're allowing opponents to score 22.9 points per game. That's ranked 14th. That's around the same as the Bills. Okay. Opponent yards per game, 334. They're ranked 20th. Opponent yards per play, 5.4. They're ranked 19th. Opponent third down conversion rate. They're allowing teams to convert 38% of the time. They're ranked 17th, middle of the pack. Opponent red zone scoring touchdowns, 61.9%. 21, they're ranked 21. Bro, offensively, we should be able to take it to the Bucs based on the numbers. If we can get our act together, we should be able to take it to the freaking Bucs, man. What are we saying? All right, let me go to the rushing statistics. Are they running the football well? No. They run the ball 40% of the time. So they're in pass mode most times. So they're ranked 25th. Yards per rush, 4 yards. Bucky Irving is not playing. It's going to be Rashad White. We have an opportunity, right? Rush yards per game, 99. They're not even putting 100 yards per game. They're on the cusp. Maybe we'll round it up to 100. They're rushing the ball 100 times, 100 yards a game. The Bills are at 150. Do the math, okay? 0.7 rushing yards per touchdown. Bro, we should be able to handle these boys, man. This is why I said I feel comfortable. This is me before I even went to the statistics. All right. Tampa Bay's defense. That's where I'm kind of like, all right, where are they at, right? Because we've been struggling a little bit on the offense. Their defense is not, their rush defense, is not as bad, right? Opponent rushes per play. Teams are running on these guys 39% of the time, okay? They're ranked 8th. So they're stopping the run a little bit, but based on circumstances, well, it's wonky. But right now they're ranked 8th in opponent rush per play. Opponent rush yards per game, per rush is 4.2. The Bills are doing about almost 5.5. Was it 5? 5.5? So we're going to obliterate that with James Cook. Opponent rush yards per game, they're allowing 100 yards a game. We'll obliterate that again, right? Opponents rush TDs per game, 1. We're doing almost 2 rush touchdowns per game. So we have an opportunity to give it to these boys, man. All right, let's go pass defense. Let's see where they're at. Golly, I'm looking at the numbers, bro. We should be able to pass the football on these boys, man. All right, let's look at their Baker Mayfield and their offense. All right, Baker is throwing the football 59% of the time. That's ranked for number 8 in the league. Completion percentage, he's at 64%. Womp womp. That's number 20 in the league. Yards per pass, 7. That's 16th in the league. Yards per game, 228. 14th in the league. Bro, we on that ass, man. We on that. QB sack percentage, 5.74 at 10%. Let's go to the passing defense. Yards per pass, 7.4. 25th in the league. Opponent passes per game, 34. They're allowing 34 passes per game at 23 in the league. Opponent pass yards per game, 230 yards per 24th in the league. Bro, no. Absolutely not. The Bills should be able to take care of the Tampa Bay Bucs. Based on these statistics and these rankings, they should be able to on paper, they should be able to take care of business. No, man. No, I'm not having that. Not having that. All right. How we lost to the Miami Dolphins? Don't ask me. That's weird behavior. We ain't losing to the damn Bucs. We ain't losing to the Bucs. We got to take these Bucs down, and that's it. Baker, I like you. I like your fiery tenacity, all that good stuff. But bro, you coming to Buffalo, and we're gonna ice you down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put some ice on you. We're gonna cool you down, and we're gonna call it a day. Egbuka, we're gonna take you away, man. We're gonna take you away. If someone's gonna beat us, it's gonna be Tez Johnson or it's gonna be Cade Otton. That's it. We can't allow this. Even I know this. We know this, bro. Ain't no way. We got to handle business. And this is where we start our run. I'm telling you, this is why I said we got to reset and recommit. Reset and recommit. And it starts in Buffalo against the Tampa Bay Bucs, against a very good quarterback, against a very good defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles, and opportunity is on our side. Opportunity is on our side. I don't give a rat's A of all this stuff that we did prior. Reset, recommit, start whooping tail, because I'm looking at that defensive pass. There's nothing special out there. I'm looking at that run defense. Ain't nothing special. There's nothing special about this Bucs team, other than Baker Mayfield and Egbuka killing it and giving me some great fantasy moments. I'm not buying the Bucs. I'm not buying it, and I see what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. The Bills should be able to handle business. I don't care what anybody tells you. The Bills should be able to handle business against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and if we don't, Lord help us. Lord help us. By the way, the line right now is the Bills are 5.5, 5.5 point favorites. 5.5 point favorites. They lost to the New England Patriots 28-23. Maybe I got to go back and watch that game. But I listen, we should be able to take these boys. We should be able to take these boys. So right now they're 6-3. They're first place in the NFC South. They should still be able to win that NFC South right now. Sorry, they're on a 1-game losing streak. I thought it was on a 2-game losing streak. They're on a 1-game streak because they played New Orleans. They beat New Orleans 23-3. So they lost to Detroit 24-9. Then they beat New Orleans 23-3, and then they lost to New England. Bro, we got to take care of business. We got to take care of business. They beat Seattle 38-35, and Seattle's a good team too. Crazy. They beat San Fran 30-19. Then they lost to Detroit, won against New Orleans, and then they lost against New England. So their last 5 games, they're 3-2 in their last 5. The Bills are 2-3 in the last 5. This is a must-win for the Bills. This is an absolute must-win for the Bills. The Bills cannot go to 6-4. We must go to 7-3, and then we make our run. Unacceptable. Golly, man. We got to take that. We got to take these boys. No problem. And right now, I mean, listen, it has been good for us the last 5, right? Losing to New England, losing to Atlanta, winning against Carolina, womp womp, right? Beating KC, great win. And then losing to Miami? It doesn't make any sense. It's not computing. It should not compute for anybody. That's why you see a lot of these guys confused. You have analysts like, yo, I don't know what to make of these Bills. I have no idea. Neither do we. But what I do know is we need to get our act together and reset and start whooping tail. Simple as that. It's that simple. Stop playing around, man. Bills, stop playing around. Enough. Enough is enough. You mean pull up your bootstraps, pull up your socks, and understand what's on the plate in front of you. Now, we did add Mecole Hardman. Speedster, has not played meaningful snaps in the last, year and a half, right? I think he started the offseason with the Green Bay Packers, and it didn't work out, so he's been on his couch the whole time. So can he come in and make a difference? You sure as hell hope so. I mean, how much are you going to learn this playbook? I mean, this playbook might be Mickey Mouse. He might be able to learn that thing a couple times, or they put in a set amount of plays for him alone just to stretch that defense, just to see what it's like. Maybe, just maybe, this might be the move. I'll tell you this. I remember, if you guys remember, tell me if you guys remember this. By the way, I'm back on the screen looking at y'all. We had a moment where we did not have that spark offensively. And I feel like this is a thing that happens every year to us. Shame on Beane. He's gonna have to learn that the hard way. Anyway, we went and traded for Isaiah McKenzie. When we traded for Isaiah McKenzie gave us a spark. Do you remember that? He gave us speed. He gave us acceleration. He gave us excitement. He gave us all those things. And he was on the field. Punt returning, we gave him a couple routes to run, and he was doing his thing. And it gave us a boost. And we were looking forward to Lil Dirty coming through. Bro, think this is a spark. We just need a spark. We need a spark. You know what I'm saying? The logs are there. The logs are there. Just we need a little bit of kindling. A little bit of kindling. Get that fire started right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like we got a blowtorch. We got a blowtorch right there ready to go. But we just need to just light the tank up a little bit and get it going. Because Josh Allen is ready to blow everything, bro. Get that brother going. Get that brother going, man. Shoot. I mean, we did bring Coop too. But I can't even explain why Amari Cooper and the Bills did not work out. I can't explain it. I can't. Anyway, so Mecole Hardman. Mecole will at least put up pressure on the existing receivers to play better as he will compete for snaps. Absolutely. And the receivers on this team should take it personal. Elijah Moore, Curtis Samuel, Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, you should all take it personal that your GM went and tried to get Jalen Waddle. That tells me that he don't believe in any of y'all doing anything. You're not doing enough of your job. So now I got to go look for it. And then when he can't get the guy and it comes out that he went looking for him, bro, y'all shouldn't say, whew, that's a relief. No, it should be insulting. It should be like, golly, I got to get my act together. Every last one of y'all. If you guys are sitting on your laurels saying, oh, golly, I made it okay. No. So they went and got Mecole Hardman. Guess what? Mecole's trying to make some money. At the end of the day, they're trying to get to the bag. So if they can play with Josh Allen and they can figure something out, so be it. I don't think we understand where we're at right now. We went from having cohesiveness on offense with Diggs and prior to Diggs. Then we had Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins was doing things. That was a guy that was a trusted receiver. And we said, nah, not good enough. Bro, that tells me my GM is not in tune with his quarterback? That's what it makes me wonder. Is Brandon Beane not in tune with what Josh Allen needs? Like, does Josh Allen not open his mouth? Some might say, well, he did, because he said he wanted Keon Coleman. They listened. So I guess they do listen to him. Maybe they're listening to him too much. But then if you're listening to him too much and you decided to not listen to him anymore and try to go out and get something for him, it's not working. So there's a disconnect somewhere, man. This is exhausting. I'm exhausted, bro. Give me a cigarette. Golly. It's exhausting trying to figure things out, trying to piece together some things. I'm tired. Jeez, I wonder how, like, all I'm saying, and this is why I go back to it's time for Josh and Joe Brady to reset, recommit, and try to get this team back on track. Because once they do and they catch fire, they're going to be a different team. And hopefully we start to get healthier on the defensive side of the football. Guys start coming back. And then by the time the playoffs come, we got something, right? Maybe Ed Oliver returns and now we might have some. It's just we just gotta get that spark to get it cracking. We gotta get that spark to get it cracking. Anyway, let me get some super chats in real quick. My man Jacob, what up, Jake? Says, yo, is there any chance we can still win the division? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, there's a chance we can still win the division. Why not? Let me just take a look, see. Let me just take a look, see. I know the percentages don't look good. I can promise you that the percentages do not look good that the Bills can win the division. I still think there's a chance. I still think there's a chance. We still got to play the Tampa Bay, we still got to play the New England Patriots. So we still got to play them, boys. So, bro, there's obviously an obvious chance that the Bills can still make it happen. So let's not lose our minds here, folks. We still got it. All right, let me just see what they're saying in terms of the odds for the Bills. I'm just looking for the odds, so hang tight with me. And by the way, let me just show you something real quick. And remember how I told you that I'm not I'm not all the way sold on the Patriots. Not because I'm disrespecting them. They still got to play teams, right? But I'm not sold on them like they that team. I'm not sold just yet. I think Drake May is a fine player. I'm just not sold. I like Vrabel. Vrabel's a damn good coach. But I still think the Patriots can be had. Let me just show you something real quick. According to Kalshi Sports, y'all see my screen real quick? Let me show you something real quick. The Patriots' opponents this year, first in their records, combined records, they're first. They're second in worst record twice. Okay, hold on. They're third for worst record against their opponents. Fourth worst record, fifth worst record. Hold on, what am I reading here? Sixth worst record, seventh. Oh, these are all the teams that they played. Their opponents this year. Okay, I see what they're saying, bro. They haven't 11 games against 10 of the worst NFL teams, and it doesn't help that the Bills are one of them. You feel me? But like, look at this: 31-13, 25-19, 24. Come on, fam. Right? Cleveland, boom. Vegas, boom. And they lost to the Vegas. They lost to Vegas. I don't know how that happened. Right? Miami. Come on, man. And not to poo-poo on them too much, because the Bills haven't really been doing a whole lot either. So we gotta shake these things out and see where we're at. But in terms of can the Bills still win this division? Yeah, man. All it takes is for these Patriots to lose to the right team. And let me just take a look at something here. The Patriots losing to, like, let me see what their schedule looks like. So right now, let's go to the standings. Let's see what they're saying. So can you guys see my screen? Yes, you guys can. All right. So New England, the Patriots being at 9-2, they sitting sweet right now. They think they're real good, right? They won their last 5. They're feeling good. They're on an 8-game win streak. I mean, give it to them. Give them credit. They got the best win streak in the league right now. The next team up, Denver Broncos with 7. So the Patriots, as of right now, are the best squad in the league. So you got to give them their credit. Now let's pump the brakes a little bit, because they're about to get challenged. So the Jets absolutely poo-pooed the bed last night, which was absolute horrific. Bunch of jokers on that squad. All right, so who the Patriots have? So the Patriots got the Bengals next. All right. Can the Bengals put enough points on these boys and shock the world? We're about to find out. Then they got the Giants. That could be a toss-up. We'll see. They got their bye, and then they got the Bills after the bye. And then they got Baltimore. Bro. 2 tough opponents right here. The Giants, you never know what the Bucs. The Giants, you get the Bengals. Yo, if they could, I mean, lose 2 games right in this range, bro, we're back into it. We just got to do what we need to do. The Bills, we just got to handle the Tampa Bay Bucs. Then we got Pittsburgh. We can handle the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not too shook from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then we're back in it, baby. And we're back in it. We go 7-3, then the 8-3, and then shoot. Let's roll. And now we're back in it. So yes, to answer your question, can the Bills still win the damn division? Absolutely. Absolutely. Am I being a homer? No, because I still believe it's really possible. I really do believe it's possible. Our opponents are tough coming up, a tough group coming up? Yes. Tampa, 6-3. I just read you the numbers. I think we can take the Tampa Bay Bucs. Texans, offensively, they don't really have a whole lot going other than Nico Collins. Defensively, they're the real deal defensively. So we gotta take the ball away. We gotta do what we gotta do. Davis Mills is doing some good things for these boys. So we'll see how that plays out. That is gonna be a tough one. We could get this one. If we get these 2, we get on a roll. I really think we can take the Pittsburgh Steelers. There goes 3 games. These boys here, there goes 4. We can get the Bengals, baby. You see me? So then we get the Patriots back at it, and then we're back at it again. So we're not done. We're not done. All right? We're not done. So is it possible for us to still be in this? Heck yeah. Heck yes. Heck yes. Call me a homer all you want, but I don't believe I'm being a homer at this point. It's still within grasp. It's still within grasp. What do you guys think? Am I tripping? You guys let me know. All right. I had one more thing to jump into. So Mecole Hardman, how are they going to use Mecole Hardman? If it's me, if I'm the offensive coordinator in Joe Brady, and I'm trying to figure out how to give my team that spark, give my team, saying a little something, I'm finding a way to get Mecole on the field, and I'll say, hey, Josh, these 5 plays are for Mecole. We might have to do a couple dummy plays, screens to him here or whichever. But you got 5 to 10 plays, maybe 5 to 8 plays for you. Just to kind of, throw a jab at Tampa. Throw a jab at Tampa, hit him in the chin a little bit. So the Tampa's like, okay, so you are going to be jabbing me this game. And then haymaker comes out of nowhere. Now we got ourselves a ball game. We just got to start quick. Apparently, they're going to make him a return man in this game. Apparently, I think I read that somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I read that somewhere. So keep in mind with that, because I never really liked, and like Stevie Johnson said, I never really understood and liked the fact that you got, think about it, you got Ray Davis and Ty Johnson, and Ty Johnson has had returning experience before, so I'm good with that. But Ray Davis back there, I don't know. And then you got Khalil Shakir returning. I don't know if I like that. My boy 99 goes, hey, Rico tripping. Bills need to win all 8 games if the Patriots lose to the Ravens and Bills and go 4-2. Pats could win either of those games also. There's no question. But the question was, can the Bills still win the division? And the answer is yes, they still can. They still can. They absolutely still can. So this is still up for grabs. Now, does it look good for us right now? No, it doesn't. Because you know what I mean? Like Red Hot Patriots, they've won 8 games in a row. They're on a heater. And sometimes it just takes a little something to happen. And then we're back in it. So we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out in the end. But I still believe in these Bills, man. I still believe in these Bills. We just got to make sure that we're on it. Now, I will say this one last thing. I think Palmer returning, I think is going to open some things up for this offense. I think Palmer returning to the Bills could be a blessing in disguise, because Kincaid having to be out and nursing for a couple weeks is now forces Josh to, I don't know, dig deep and find out which one of these guys is going to stand out. We did pay a lot of money for Josh Palmer. So it would make sense for them to try to get their money back, return on their investment. So let me put you to work. I'm going to see if I can make some things happen with you. So if that can start going, then it could probably start jump-starting everything else, right? Defenses start changing a little bit. Maybe they start kind of keying in on a few things, and then opens up for Khalil Shakir. And then Elijah Moore finds himself a role in this. This could be a blessing, man. This could be a blessing that the only guy that Josh was trusting was Kincaid. Now Kincaid's gone. So you have no choice but to now put your trust in somebody else. So the return of Palmer hopefully opens things up. And guess what? One X factor here. Dawson Knox is still a good tight end. Dawson Knox has great chemistry with Josh. So just maybe that sparks something, and now we get on a roll. But it starts with Josh and Joe. JJ. Those two boys got to be lockstep. And once they're in lockstep and Josh gets hot, gets a rhythm, and we can play beyond the scripted plays, the first 15, shoot, we might have something. And then throw in a little bit of Hardman. And if Gabe Davis, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if Gabe Davis is active, because they're not sure if he's going to be active or not. If he's active and they get him on the field, we'll see. I think I heard he's not playing, but I could be wrong. But yeah, there could be. We could find something. We could find some reprieve here. We just got to make it happen, man. We just got to make it happen. All right, folks, listen, that's my time. I hope you guys enjoyed this this stream. I know it was a little off a little bit because I usually have my man Z-Bot with me, but I have my guy, the Thigh Doc. I know he gave us not the greatest news of certain players, you know what I'm saying, that are still hurt, but it's football. I think the one thing that the Bills must look into is why we're getting just nicked up the way we are at the rate that we are is just absolutely unreal. It's unreal. It doesn't make any sense. So like if you have to look at that whole department and say, bro, it ain't working, we need to go somewhere else, then that's what we need to do, because this is unprecedented, man. TJ Sanders out, Ed Oliver out. Like, come on, man. Joey Bosa broken freaking thing. I mean, it's unlucky situations that are happening as well, right? Groin by freaking Benford. You got Taron Johnson with another groin. Like, bro, what's going on? What's going on out there, man? It's too much. It's too much for me. So I guess we're gonna have to just wait it out and see what takes place. We got a professional. There's a professional quarterback at hand in Josh Allen. So we're gonna find out what Josh is gonna do for us. All right, folks, that's my time. If you guys enjoyed this show, do me a favor, smash that like, and we'll be back at it again Sunday pregame. Probably will be solo. Maybe it'll be with my guy Z-Bot. Maybe not. He's doing his thing, and then we'll go from there. Sometimes it does feel good to get back to being on the solo run. The solo run is nice. Sometimes you get to chat it up and really express yourself and get those feelings out. But I'll say this, man, just to be on a I want to end this on a positive note. Just because like the Bills being at 6-3, let's not get it twisted here. Like, don't forget who we got at quarterback. Don't forget we got a damn good running back. Our O-line is absolutely intact and healthy and good. One of the best O-lines in the game. We're rusty. We're off. Once we freaking click it on, you know how deadly this offense can be. And when Josh is dialed all the way in, there's no, you can't take this guy off of it. It's like a dog and a bone. You can't take that dog off that bone. It's a wrap. It's like a pit bull. Pit bull, they lock on, it's over with. So right now, my man's he's playing like a little chihuahua right now. we go, you know what I mean? Put the hose on him or something to wake him up a little bit. Give him a little bit smelling start, turn him into that pit bull, and then we on it. But it's gotta get there. It's gotta start with one play at a time, one great play call at a time, and the defense. Somebody make a play. Somebody make a play, man. That's all I'm gonna need. Max Harrison, I love to see good things by Max Harrison. Cole Bishop is looking all right. I do not like what I have at linebacker. I don't like it, but Shaq Thompson coming back, I like that. By the way, do me a favor and start Shaq Thompson in the middle of that defense. I don't care who plays alongside him, whether it be Milano, whether it be Dorian Williams, or whether it be Bernard. Figure it out, but keep Shaq Thompson in the middle. That's the only guy showing some bite and some dog. He understands his defense. Let him do what he needs to do. Benford back there, Harrison on the other side. You got Cole back there holding it down, doing he's doing a damn good job. We'll probably might see a little bit of Hancock in there, Poyer coming in here and there, you know what I'm saying? But we have some. But that linebacker, that's our weak link. We need somebody that handles business in the middle of that defense. And then we'll work our way. Starts with the offense. Let's get points on the board. Let's get ahead and let the defense do what they need to do. All right. That's it for me. I'm done. You guys have a fantastic rest of the weekend. We'll see you guys back on Sunday morning. And then we shall go from there. So let me get my basement again on Sunday. You guys have yourself a fantastic evening. And until next time. Oh, no. I can't get out of here just yet. I cannot get out of here just yet. Let me hold on a second, because that Thursday night game, I made some picks. I needed you guys to see if I was going to succeed with those picks. Well, you see it. $20. No deposit needed. I'm giving that to you. Just use the code BF25. It's that easy. Now, if you guys remember, the Jets were playing the New England Patriots. I know you guys remember that game. It was not too long ago. Absolutely awful. So I was close. I was absolutely close. I can't believe I didn't get it, but it's all good. Shame on me. Look at this. I said Diggs was going to have over 41 yards. He absolutely did. Diggs was on it. Okay. I said that Fields was going to have a passing touchdown. Lord, was I wrong? Lord, was I mean, what? How could you not? How could you not? And then lastly, actually, no, I was right. I thought he was going to have it. Listen, this is my first one that I got. Henderson, anytime touchdown, he had 3 touchdowns. Diggs, over 50 yards, we had that. And then no passing touchdowns for Justin Fields. There you go. Bang on. My first win of the year. Sleeper comes through in the clutch. My first win of the year. Appreciate it. Listen, man, if you're using that Sleeper app for your daily fantasy football, you are not missing out. This is one of the best apps out there. It's great. It gives you all the interactive stuff, the stats, the updates, all the things that you need. Using the code BF25, you'll get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions always apply. You guys know that. See the Sleeper's terms for use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out your Sleeper today because your boy just hit Fields. No 0 touchdown passes. Diggs with the over 50 yards, and Henderson had a monster day. Boy, that Henderson guy, though, I'm not gonna lie, he can play. He can play. Listen, that boy nice. I gotta give credit to where credit is due. That boy can play. That boy can absolutely play. Anyways, that's my time. Now that's my time. Let me get back to it. Back to regular schedule business for y'all. Let me scroll on back to my actual screen. Listen, the streaming app that we use, they've completely changed a whole lot of things. So like me looking for my screen now is all jacked up. So I'm trying to look and screen, and it's a whole thing. Anyway, folks, that's my time. I'm actually really out. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys again back at it on Sunday for this Bucs game. I'm actually excited for this Bucs game. I think we win this one, and this is where it begins. This is where it begins. Remember, we reset and we recommit. If the Bills can do those 2 things, everything will fall into place. You guys have a great one. And until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone.